Hi there, this is Dr. Angus Pike here, founder of What Actually Works. A couple of weeks ago I posted a video talking about focus, on how so very often when we're making a behaviour change leading into something new, we tend to go back to that focus about what we're missing. So I gave that example of, having to get up a little bit earlier in the morning, and maybe it's to go for a walk or a run or whatever exercise, perhaps it's even to meditate. That there's that tendency for us to miss the sleep in and everything that used to go along with that nice, lovely, warm bed. And we talked about how shifting that focus towards what the new behaviour was giving, reminding ourselves of the increased energy that we got from the walk or the run in the morning, reminding ourselves of what we liked about the mindfulness that we got from the meditation, how much better we coped with stress, and shifting things over. And it got me really thinking about focus, and really particularly how the brain works. And I kind of thought of some metaphors that might help to kind of explain this, and my ultimate goal is to actually help bring some more gratitude into your life as well. So as you're sitting there right now watching this video, there are literally millions of bits of information that your brain is taking in, and anything from the temperature of the room to it's controlling information, what's going on with your internal state and blood pressure and heart rate and all those kind of things there. It's taking in other information about the environment. Is it a safe environment? All those kind of things, sounds that are going on also. Now, of those bits of information, the vast majority of them never actually make it to the conscious brain, and depending on who you're reading or what you're reading, then per moment people are talking about kind of 7 bits of information plus or minus 3 are actually making it to the conscious part of the brain. And so what the conscious part of the brain actually has to decide is it has to decide for you right now what's important. So I want you to think of a metaphor like this. I want you to imagine that you're in a dark room that is absolutely pitch black, and that what you have on top of your head is you've got a minus flashlight, and that flashlight has a very narrow band in terms of what it's looking at, and so that you can only see what's in this band of light in front of you. The rest of the room is absolutely blank, and you're ignorant to what's going on. Now that metaphor is very close to the way that we live our lives. So we have a band of focus, and we're focusing on those things, and the rest we're absolutely oblivious to. And so what tends to happen is that we choose our focus from previous things that have gone in our life. Our brain, and learning new things in our brain, takes a great deal of energy. And once we've created synapses in our brain, then we're going to continue to go back to that path. And so, we have a way of things being. So for some of you, you have a way of that your partner is. And so when they behave a way, and you might see them doing something, you instantly have those connections go off and say, oh, well, that's so-and-so behaving like that. And maybe for others of us, we have a way of behaving of co-workers, that when we see them doing something, we automatically assume that that's what's going on as well. And maybe you have a way of thinking about yourself. So maybe when you see co-workers, over in the corner sniggering and laughing, then maybe the assumption that you make is that they're talking about you. So these all very much depend on where our mind is light and what our focus is. You see, so what we focus on is what comes about, and we have numerous studies that have really gone on and shown this as well. And so one of the things I'd like you to have more in your life is I'd like you to have more gratitude. I don't think it matters who I talk to, of what age and what's going on in their life, is that we know that a greater sense of gratitude and a greater sense of just being thankful for what's going on in our life is a stronger indicator for just about everything fabulous going on. That when we're more grateful, we're more likely to exercise. When we're more grateful, we're more likely to eat better. When we're more grateful, we live longer, we enjoy life more, all those kind of things. And so what I'd like to do is open up your mind as light, to have you see some of the things to be grateful about. And there's a process, a really simple process, and I've talked about it before, of just keeping a gratitude diary. And I guess you could do this in one of 2 ways. Perhaps the most profound way for you to start with, it'd be just before you go to bed at night, is take that pen and piece of paper there and take a moment just to write down 5 or 6 things that you're really grateful for. Now, to begin with, it's interesting when people begin this process is, again, our focus tends to be narrow. So it's easy for us to be grateful for, maybe the roof over our head, or we're grateful for our health. We're grateful for the fact that, our family's healthy and things like that as well, that we've got a job. But it's fun also then to start to widen that out more, because we can be grateful for lots of things. I'm grateful for this fantastic country that we get to live in here in Australia. We take so much of it for granted. I can turn a tap and clean water comes to me. I can flick a switch and I have power and electricity and things like that too. And so once you start to have more breadth to what you're grateful about, is life can take on even greater sense of meaning. So really what I'd love you to do is take a moment before going to bed in the evenings. Think about what you're grateful for, and if you can, take it the next step. Even write it down from there as well. So when you're feeling down in the doldrums, and we all have those tough times, and it's at those tough times that a sense of gratitude is perhaps at its most. So what I'd love to do, I'd love to get some feedback from you, and this will perhaps start this off for all of us that are watching this video too. Down beneath this post right now, whether it's on the website What Actually Works, or whether it's at Facebook or YouTube or somewhere else that you're watching this video, let me know what you're grateful for. Let others see what you're grateful for as well, and let's see if we can remind other people things to be grateful for. Sometimes when I see somebody else, I go, yeah, I can be grateful for that as well. So this has been Dr. Angus Pike here from What Actually Works, where we help people to get well and stay well. So I hope this has been helpful for you. I hope you have a day and a wonderful evening, or whatever time it is for you, a really grateful time. And we look forward to seeing you soon.